Hello friends! Today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute needle-felted Vileplume. Needle felting is very relaxing and is also a great stress reliever. Make sure to be super careful when needle felting since you could poke yourself multiple times if you're not careful. Thankfully, I only poked myself 2 times during this entire project. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take our 2 glass eyes and paint them with burgundy nail polish or red acrylic paint. Trust me, you'll want to do this step first or you're going to get super impatient at the end like I did and have a lot of nail polish mess everywhere. You're going to want to paint the eyes maybe a total of 3 times after it dries each time to get the perfect color for Vileplume's eyes. Just take a few seconds to work on the eyes as you go along on the project. If you get nail polish on your fingers and you don't have nail polish remover, you can use body spray or perfume to get the polish off. Take some polyfill and start felting it into a ball. You can make the ball as big or small as you want. Just make sure that you have enough of the colored felt to go around the ball once you're done. Once we get it into the shape that we want, turn your ball upside down and start poking the bottom to make it flat. This will help our Vileplume sit down later. So while you're doing that, make sure to also poke the top of the ball so we'll have something flat to put Vileplume's giant flower on later. The end shape we should get should resemble a steamed bun. Next, we're going to make the flower of Vileplume's head. Take some polyfill and make a circle. You're going to keep poking the circle until the shape stays together nicely. Pick up your circle every once in a while and add more polyfill to places that are thin compared to other areas of your circle. Make sure you also poke the sides of your circle, but be super careful since the sides are most likely not formed yet, so you can easily poke yourself. You can make this circle as thick as you want. The main thing you have to keep in mind here is to make sure that your circle isn't too big or small for Vileplume's steamed bun body. Once you've gotten the thickness you like for your circle, take a marker or a pen and draw out the sections of Vileplume's flower petals. These sections don't have to be perfect unless you're a perfectionist. Take your needle and start poking at the lines you just made. Once you see the different sections, you want to start poking the sides of the circle inwards from the lines you just drew. See how the flower is starting to form? The more you poke down the lines and sides, the more puffy your flower will be. Also, poking each side of every petal will help you form the puffiness. The more time you spend on this, the puffier it'll be. Now we're going to take more polyfill and make Vileplume's arms and legs. You're just going to make 4 logs, 2 longer ones for the legs and 2 short ones for the arms. Again, make sure the size and length of your arms and legs match your Vileplume's body. If they're too big, you can use scissors to cut some of it off and then use a needle to make it smooth again. Then take Vileplume's arms and legs, wrap your aqua felt around it, and colorify it. Now take more of your aqua colored felt and start poking it into your steamed bun body. Note that you don't have to use that much colored felt to cover your pieces. Start with a little bit and then you can always add more later. Keep poking the colored felt in until you form your steamed bug again and the bun is firm. You're going to do the same thing with the flower piece, but with the maroon colored felt. It's important to make sure you poke down those lines you worked hard on earlier so you don't have your petal sections as you poke since you don't want to lose that important detail. Keep adding your maroon felt until the flower is covered. I'm pretty happy with the sizes of my flower and my body. So now I'm going to take my light brown felt and just poke it right into the middle of the flower. Then take your gold felt and make a ring around the light brown felt. Like I said earlier, the more time you spend on your pieces, the more detail you'll have later on. I'm spending a lot of time putting my gold felt around my brown felt, pushing the gold ring away from my brown felt and into my maroon felt. But later on, I'll be pushing the gold felt away from the maroon felt so that it kind of stands up on its own. I also keep adding more light brown felt as my gold ring gets higher. It doesn't look like much now, but the work will show at the end. Take a white felt sheet and cut out small circles. The sizes of the circles don't really matter. I just wanted to make small enough circles in different sizes so I could fit 5 of them on each section of Vileplume's petals. Take your 2 leg pieces, which are your 2 longer log pieces, and push the end of the log upwards to form a small foot. You're going to poke all around the foot until it stays in place. Take the other long piece and do the same thing. Now we're going to put all our pieces together. I like to put the flower on the body piece first so I have a better idea of spacing out Vileplume's arms and legs, but it does get in the way so you can save the flower for last. So the ends of my arms and legs still has some felt that hasn't been poked down too much, so that's what we're using to help attach our pieces to the body. Find where you want the arms and legs and start poking the ends into place. Also poking the inside of the arm and legs and into the body so extra polyfill or felt inside the pieces attach to the body firmly. When putting the legs on, make sure you don't put them too low that your Vileplume can't sit down nicely. Take your time with this part since you don't want Vileplume's arms and legs to fall off after you're all done. Before adding my eyes, I'm going to trim off excess polyfill and felt sticking out of my Vileplume. Once that's all done, take your awl and poke holes where you want your eyes to go. Make sure your eyes are dried before doing this part or you're going to get really patient like I did and have to repaint your eyes multiple times. Stick the end of your eyes in a little bit of glue and then put them into the holes you made. Once both of the eyes are in place, you're done. Now you have an awesome Vileplume to accompany you while you use your computer, study, or do arts and crafts. If you make this, please tag me on my social media so I can see the awesome creations that you make. If you'd like to see more needle crafting projects in the future, subscribe to my channel to stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.